Welcome to A Soulful Self. My name is Angela Cronus, and in this video, we'll be doing an asana sequence for core strength. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to watch my introduction to asana video on my website. If you're ready, let's begin. So we're going to roll over and start in a nice neutral tabletop position, just warming up the spine with a few rounds of cat-cow. So make sure that your shoulders are right over your wrists, hips right over your knees, drop the belly, lift the heart on the inhale, and then exhale, round the back towards the ceiling for cat. Inhaling for cow, look up. Exhale for cat. So just starting to warm up the core, using these two positions just as subtle movements to get into our core. Let's take one more round. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Now keep the upper back puffed up. Draw the navel in towards the spine and extend your right leg out back behind you. Flex through your heel. And then extend your left arm long out in front of you. Drop your right hip down to the ground, engage your core, inhale for a little length, and then exhale, hug your knee into your elbow. Inhale for length, exhale, knee to elbow. 3 more. Keep breathing. Last one. Good. Then setting that side down, moving right onto the left side, so extending your left leg back long behind you. Tuck that left hip underneath, and then extend your right arm next to your ear. Inhale for a little length, and then exhale, use your core to draw your knee into your elbow. Inhale for length, exhale, knee to elbow. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Then setting both of those sides down, walk your handprints, one handprint in front, tuck your toes under, walk your knees back for your first plank here. Make sure to tuck your pelvis underneath, engage your navel in towards your spine, shoulders right over wrists. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last 2, exhale, last 1, exhale. This time staying in this high plank, you're going to bring your right knee to your right elbow and then step it back. Stay stable and then left knee, left elbow. Stable and even through the hips, so just trying to isolate the leg movement from the core, so you're not lifting your hips up, you're trying to keep them stable. So keep just doing this nice slow walking here, touching your elbow or your knee to your elbow. We'll do 3 more rounds for each side. So you go right and back, left and back. So strong in the core. Last 2 rounds. Shoulders are starting to burn here as well. Last round. Good. Drop your knees out wide. Pull back for a moment of rest in child's pose. We'll take 3 breaths here. Deep inhale. Good. Shifting your hips off of your heels, coming back into a high plank. You can always drop to a low plank on your elbows if your shoulders or wrists are giving you some pain. So we're going to go back to that running movement, but you're going to cross your knee under your elbow and then shoot it back. So knee, elbow, and shoot it back. Right knee, left elbow, left knee, right elbow. Good. Stay stable in your upper body, should not be moving. And there should be a slight twist, but that all is coming from the core as well. Good. We're going to do 3 more rounds, full rounds, starting now. Right knee, left elbow, and back. Left knee, right elbow, back. 2 more rounds, back. Good. Last one. Good. Now bringing the knees out wide, sitting back for another child's pose. If your shoulders are tired, you can bring your hands back to your heels, rest your head. 3 breaths here. Good. Next inhale, walk your hands back out long in front of you, and then stay on your elbows as you shift your hips right over your knees. We're coming into a low plank this time, so right on our forearms. Good. And then this time you're going to shift over to your right side, bring the left arm up overhead, and then your hand behind your back, so we're in a nice low side plank, and then drop your hip to the ground, raise it back up. So really isolating the oblique muscles here. If you need extra support, you can always step this top foot in front or behind you, but really trying to use the strength of our obliques to lift and lower the hips back to the ground. Inhale up, exhale down, 5 more. Inhale up, down, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then rolling back through your low plank, and then directly onto the other side. I'm going to flip around here. So coming into side plank on your left side, arm behind the head, nice open chest, and then lower the hips and raise. Again, taking that same variation if you need with the front hand or the front leg in front, using the strength of the obliques to lift and lower the hips. Good, we got 5 more and lower. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, coming back through your low plank. We're going to hold this low plank for 5 breaths. Really press into the hands, press into the forearms. Deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Last one. Good, and then just lower all the way down onto your chest and bring your hands back down by your side. Lay your left cheek on the mat for a moment of rest, releasing the hips, releasing the arms. Take an inhale, exhale out of the mouth. 1 more. And then turn your head the other direction so your right cheek is going to be on the mat. And then same thing, 2 breaths there. Last one. Good. And then bring your chin to the ground and your hands right by your chest bone. Bring your big toes to touch. And then with straight legs, you're going to use the strength of your glutes and your lower back to lift your legs as high off the ground as you can. And then rise onto your belly. Very light touch in your hands. So you're pulling your feet away from you, drawing the crown of your head in the opposite direction, and using the strength of your back to balance on your belly as your legs and your chest are raised. We're going to hold here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, little higher, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go to Sisyasana baby pose on the right side. So you bring your left hand down by your side, right knee up to a 90-degree angle, right arm at a 90-degree angle, releasing the hips, releasing and resting the back, turning your head to the right, looking over your right bent arm. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Last one. Good. Straighten that right leg back out. This time bring the right arm down by the side, meeting the left. And then same thing, big toes to touch, straight legs, and then lift the chest, this time with your hands down by your side. Good. So we're in an upward facing bow. Holding here, roll the shoulders back, grow a little lighter through the chest. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sisyasana baby pose on the left side. So the left arm, here I'll spin around. The left arm comes out to a 90-degree angle, left leg, and then right arm down by your side, looking over the left. 3 breaths here, big inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Last one. Good, and then straightening out that left leg. This time bringing both of your arms out in front of you. You can probably imagine where we're going. Big toes to touch, lift through the glutes and the back body, and then lifting your chest. If this is where you stay, this is great. Otherwise, try and float your arms. Look up to go up. Squeezing the back body, part of our core. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. This time we're going into Makarasana Crocodile. So bring your feet as wide as the mat, really releasing the hips. Left hand over right and drop your forehead. Taking 3 deep breaths. Last one. Good. And then planting the palms of your hand, shift through tabletop, moving back into rabbit pose. So you're going to bring your knees together, grab the soles of your heels, and then drop the crown of your head as close to your knees as possible, and then lift your hips. And then you're going to imagine that you're spreading your shoulder blades. This should feel really nice on your back after those strengtheners. We'll stay here for about another 15 seconds, about another 3 breaths. Good. And then lowering your hips back down to your heels, walking your hands out for a traditional child's pose. You can separate the knees, let the hips sink back in the heels. Feel how that's feeling on your vertebrae, on your back, maybe rolling your hips from one side to another. Taking a few breaths. Last deep exchange. Good. Then walk your hands back to your knees, so you're sitting in Vajrasana or Hero's pose. Good. Finding a moment of grounding here. And then you're just going to roll over to come into Navasana boat pose. So sitting back on the fleshy part of your bum, and your torso is at about a 45-degree angle. Lift your knees to about a parallel with the ground, and then arms right up like you're holding something over your tabled knees. I'm going to take 5 breaths here. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, inhale, exhale. 3 more. Last one. Good. Then cross right ankle over left And then try and just lift your hips off the ground and then set yourself back down. This one, we're gonna straighten the legs, straighten the arms, open the chest. 5 breaths here, really strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there. And 5. Left ankle over right, pick yourself up, and then set yourself back down. Good. Plant the soles of your feet, bring your hands together. You can kind of make prayer pose with your hands. Lean back to that same position, except we're going to keep our feet on the ground this time. Twisting over to the right, getting more into the obliques here. Really using our torso to twist our shoulders over to the right and left. Keep breathing with your movements. Almost there. Let's do 5 more on each side. So this is 4 and 4, 3 and 3, 2 and 2, last 1 and 1. Good. Hugging your knees upright, giving your abs a little break, and then you're going to slowly use the strength of your core to roll down 1 vertebra at a time, coming to lie down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest, gently massage your lower spine, rocking side to side. Good, and then kick your heels up to the ceiling and arms overhead, hovering above the mat. Move down a little bit. Good, so flex your toes back towards your face and try and really get your heels right over your hips so they're not too far into your face, but they're properly over your hips. Okay, so you're going to lower your heels down to the ground for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and hover. 3, 2, 1. Come back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, hover. 3, 2, 1. Back up. 3, 2, 1. Good. This time bring your arms behind your head. We're going to extend the left leg down to hold and hover. And then you're going to do a nice side crunch here to get a twist as well. And then lower back down, raise the leg, switch sides, and crunch. Back up, crunch. So it's really a straight leg bicycle, moving nice and slow, hitting our lower abs by keeping the leg lifted, hitting the obliques by getting the side twist, hitting our upper abs with the crunch as well. We're just going to do 5 more on each side. Stay strong. If you need rest, take it. Just 4 more. And 4. 3. And 3. 2. And 2. Last one, best one. Good, and then hug your knees into your chest, roll side to side. Good, and our last little oblique work that we're doing here, plant the soles of your feet on the ground, fingertips gently grazing your heels, walk your feet together so they can touch, and then lift for a little bit of a crunch, lifting your shoulder blades off the ground, and then just teeter-totter side to side, using the mat as resistance beneath you to help engage and strengthen those obliques, strengthen the entire set of abdominal muscles here. keeping our shoulders off the ground, keeping our feet together, our knees glued together. Just hold here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lay the head back down. And then we're going to rock forward to come through, meeting in upward facing dog to stretch out our abs. So roll over the knees, step back, giving ourselves a nice stretch we deserve. Sink the hips, pull the shoulders back. If this is not feeling good on your back, come down to your elbows, releasing your hips, maybe separating your feet a little bit wider, and then really imagining to pull a string forward and up with your heart, releasing your ab muscles. Let your head hang back if that feels okay. 2 more deep breaths here. Last one. Good, and then shift back into child's pose again. Our final moment of rest here. 2 more deep breaths. Last one. Good. Then walking your hands back to your knees to come to sit in Vajrasana again. Hero's pose. How we will end today's abdominal core strengthener sequence. Go ahead and close down your eyes, giving yourself a moment to soak up all of that strength that we cultivated from our core, from our abdominals, from our back. We did some shoulder work in there too. So just bringing your mind's attention to each of those places. Feeling those deep muscles work. Bringing your mind and your body back in unison. Using the breath to calm down the mind, but remain feeling energized through the body. Good. Bring your hands together, rubbing our palms together, generating some heat in the palms, and then placing the palms and transferring that heat over the eyes, the face, the neck, shoulders. And bringing your hands back over your eyes, and then opening your eyes with your hands still over your face, removing your hands, releasing. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope your core feels strong. I hope you feel strong, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.